Are you someone who get really obsessed with the person they are with, who constantly wondering what they are doing, what they are seeking, what they are feeling? Is he love me or she love me? If they are busy or didn't text you or call you, you freak out. You be like, why they didn't call me, why they didn't answer my call? And you just have that rush of energy in you, and you feel panicked, you feel anxiety, you feel like they have to call me right now. You just constantly call them 100 times, 1,000 times, constantly messaging them, and you know that person is not going to pick up that call or not going to reply you, but you just constantly, because you have that urge to just get the reply. It is sound familiar with you? Is this you? Then watch this video till the end, and I'm going to change you in the last. This pattern, this way of thinking is anxiously attached people, which I am also. So I am working on myself. Of course, I changed a lot, but I have to I have to explain you what is this and why you feel this way. And I really want to change you guys, because it's for you, not for them. It's not for me, it's for you only. Especially my girls, they are from the childhood, they are like, anxiously attached, because in our childhood we somehow face these kind of scenarios in our house. We don't know when will be our father's reaction is going to be good or bad, when will how our father's mood is like, or the mother sometimes, if they come back home, if they are happy or not. We always try to predict their behavior. I mean, if they are happy, then I'm going to share this. If their mood is off, I'm not going to share this. Whatever. Like, this is the kind of scenario that we have gone through in our childhood. Is the reason of this behavior. 90% is this is the reason, and it doesn't really happen with you just like this. It triggers in you when you are in a romantic relationship, especially. Why? Because with friends, with family, you are not that much attached. You know what I mean? You are not affected by their calls and messages. But when you are in relationship, you get attached in that way. You somehow attach your worth, attach your mood, attach your validation with that person. So it triggers in the romantic relationship. You may be like, but I'm not like this with my friends, I'm not like this with my family. Why am I start behaving with this person only? Like, that urge to talk, that urge to get a reply, to get a call. It's because your deepest emotions comes on the surface in the romantic relationships. It's a psychology. Whatever is hidden inside you come out when you are with somebody, and when you get attached to somebody. That person can trigger your emotions. I know there's a myth going on, avoidant people are bad, anxious people are not that bad. I mean, there's nothing like good and bad. We all have different childhoods, we all have different experiences, and we behave in that way only. Some people upbringing is like they get silent treatment in their childhood, so they learn to cope up with the stress, cope up with everything, like any discomfort, with the silence treatment. And when we are like us people, anxiously attached people, we learned in our childhood to already, predict other person's behavior, like our father's behavior, our mother's behavior. If they are happy or not, if their mood is good, then I'll be happy. If their mood is good, then I will get what I get. When your childhood, it depends on other person's mood, other person's behavior, like your father, your mother, your whoever in your family member. You somehow learn this to predict other person's behavior. So when you are with your partner, you start predicting their behavior. In it does Maybe it's not even true, but you are sometimes predict always. I mean, predict their behavior. Like, if they stop talking to you for 6 hours, for 12 hours, you already predict the best, the worst in that scenario. And then you try to think like, is this true what I was thinking? Is this relate with what they are doing or whatever? I mean, it's, for example, let's just take an example. You are who you are, I mean, the anxiously attached, and I am your partner, and I didn't call you for like 24 hours or for like one day, and you think all the possible scenarios in your head. You will think, I am sure you were going to think like, why she doesn't call me? Is she is busy with somebody else? Or maybe it's like, if she is doing something, if she is like watching the movie, just go through the reels or Instagram or whatever. Why she didn't call me? Is I have done something wrong? This is the kind of thinking you have in your mind, right? Is it sound familiar? This is an anxiously attached person. Now let's just go deep into this video. We already have recognized that we are anxiously attached. That's why you are here. So let's just see how to deal with it, how to change ourselves. It's not for them. I repeating this. It's not for your partner to change. It's for you. It's for your mental health. It's for your peace of mind. It's for your happiness. That's why you are here and changing yourself. All right. So change yourself for your mental peace. Whether it's an avoidant, whether it's an anxious, whether it's from because of the childhood or whatever. If it bothers your peace, if it's not good for your mental health, you have to work on it. You have to willingly work on it. Accept that you are an anxiously attached person and you have to work on it. That's it. It's not a disease. It's not something that cannot be cured. It's not something bad. It is just a pattern, because it just gifted in your childhood, so it's just your pattern. It's nothing wrong. So let's just go deep into this video. First thing first, have your own life. How? Be busy, really busy with your life. It's not like just pretend busy, actual doing things, your skills, your work, whatever. What happens with us, right? What happens with us when we get anxious? Whenever we get anxious, whenever somebody not replying or trigger our this behavior, we somehow forget our works. We forget ourselves in that process, and we are like, I don't want to do anything. I just want the reply from that person. I just want to talk with that person because it gives you mental peace. So start doing or finding things in your life that actually gives you peace. For example, painting, listening songs, music, movies. I know it's going to be difficult in the start to distract yourself, but eventually, once you start doing it forcefully, you will learn to distract yourself. And that's how you break that cycle of being anxious and start messaging and calling and crave for that attention. No. Then what you will do? You start giving yourself that attention. Focus on your life. Like, seriously focus. I know it's gonna be tough. I know it's gonna be tough. But in that, when you get anxious, start telling yourself, I am not this person. This is not me, and I have to change, cut this cycle off. I have to stop this cycle. For that, I have to do anything other than calling and texting and messaging that person. So for that, you have to have your own life. You have to have some skills, something that you love, so that you can be distracted. Second thing, the most important, depend on yourself emotionally. Stop seeking validation from other person. When you want that reply, you want that attention, you want the answer actually behind why they ignored you or why you feel ignored. Maybe they know in reality they didn't ignore you. It's like they are busy with something and that's why they ignore, that's why they didn't call your message or whatever. You feel ignored because it's from your childhood. You feel neglected, like you feel neglected in the past by your parents. That same reaction goes in your brain that time, that I feel neglected and I want that attention back. So what's the answer and what's the solution of this? Give yourself that attention. Love yourself. Do some skincare. Go out with your friends. Love your friends. Like, love yourself. Go to the cafe. Go to any place that you love. If you love doing makeup, do it. If you love skincare, do it. Just give yourself that attention. Once your brain get it that you are giving yourself that attention, your brain's literally with time gonna stop seeking that validation from outside. Why am I telling all the solution to you? It's not for them, honey. It's for your mental peace. It's very shallow way of living, that you completely depend your validation, completely depend your happiness onto somebody else. It's wrong. It's wrong for you. Because if you do this, people gonna change. People change with time. People's priority changes with time. It should be you who is going to be constant in your life, who doesn't just change with time. So your happiness should depend on the constant things, like you. It shouldn't be depend on him, I mean, or her. They will going to change. People's priority changes. It's just a nature. They have their own works to do. It's not their responsibility to make you happy. It's your fucking responsibility to make yourself happy. So it's not their fault. I'm not here to just say it's your fault, it's their fault. It's just all about, I'm here for you guys. Because I know there are lot many people like me who are obnoxiously attached, especially the women's, who just suffered because of this attachment. And it come from our own childhood, that we don't know about it. Third thing, the most important, to change yourself or to being obnoxiously attached to the healthy attachment style. Stop creating fake scenarios in your head. I know, ladies, it's very tough for you to not do it, but just stop creating fake scenarios in your head. Relationship, love, any relationship is not like a la la land. It's not always fairy tale. It has its own ups and downs, own fights, own kalesh, everything. You have to accept that with open arms. So stop that fantasy world. We are disappointed, we overthink because of those fantasies or because of that fake scenarios. I'm gonna call him, he gonna pick up that call, he gonna talk to me with like that, with this words. You already think about the conversation in your head before it even happens. And then when he was not able to pick up the call, you get frustrated because you already make the conversation in your head. And it's wrong. It's not his mistake or her mistake. It's your own fake scenarios. And it's not your fault. It's like you already predicted the behavior of other person, which you have already learned in your childhood. But you have to break that cycle. That's why we are here. We are talking, right? Then how to break this cycle? By stop creating these fake scenarios. Let's consciously or forcefully, I would say, learn to be in present moment without even thinking about the best or the worst. Just start living in the present moment. Like, I am in the present moment. I call this person. If they pick up, it's good. If not, it's fine. That's it. Be present in the present moment. And it will going to solve 90% of your problems. I Hope you like this video, and I hope you learn what I'm trying to say to you. Anxiously attached doesn't mean you are a bad person. It doesn't mean you have to change for other person. It just simply means you have to change for yourself, for your own mental peace, and that's important. The next video I'm going to make on the topic of have your own life, and it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be wonderful video. I have already content in my head, so I'm going to make it. So please do watch that video as well, because it's going to help you a lot, believe me. I hope you understand. Bye bye, see you in the next video.